Saudi and China issue a communique on bilateral relations, and UAE corporate tax rising to 9%. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. President Xi Jinping is attending the GCC summit with Arab leaders today and will then conclude his visit to Saudi Arabia. The countries have released a joint communique reaffirming the significance of a stable oil market globally and the kingdom's role as a reliable major exporter of crude oil to China. The countries agreed to enhance cooperation in peaceful uses of nuclear power. They also agreed to conclude a free trade agreement between the GCC and China. The countries inked several MOUs in various fields during the visit, including sustainable energies, IT, and cloud services. UAE businesses will be subject to 9% corporate tax from the beginning of their first financial year that starts on or after June 1st, 2023. Corporate tax in the UAE will be collected at a standard corporate tax rate of 9% for taxable profits exceeding $102,000. There remains a 0% rate for taxable profits up to and including that threshold. No corporate tax will apply on salaries or other personal income from employment, be it in the government, semi-governmental, or private sector. Oil prices saw a weekly loss on worries over weak economic outlooks in China, Europe, and the U.S., weighing on oil demand. Brent crude futures were at $76 a barrel today, hitting a 2022 low this week. West Texas, meanwhile, traded in the $71 range. The market structure for Brent contracts has switched to contango, meaning contracts for near-term delivery are cheaper than for delivery in 6 months, indicating that traders anticipate weaker demand. Global economic leaders today hailed China's move away from its hardline zero-COVID policy, with IMF chief Kristalina Georgieva saying the decisive actions would help revive growth both in the country and globally. WTO officials, meanwhile, say the relaxation will help to shore up a world economy struggling with the impact of the pandemic and Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Beijing this week loosened its zero-tolerance approach to coronavirus outbreaks, ending large-scale lockdowns following widespread protests against the restrictions. China today, meanwhile, announced the first delivery of its new domestically produced passenger jet, with the aircraft expected to make its commercial debut early next year. Beijing hopes the C919 commercial jetliner will challenge foreign models like the Boeing 737 MAX and the Airbus A320, though most of its parts are sourced from abroad. The first model of the narrow-body jet seats 164 passengers. Officials say they've secured orders for 300 C919s, but they offered no details on the value of the deals or delivery dates. Total Energies says it's withdrawing from the board of Russian gas giant Novatek and taking a $3.7 billion hit in the wake of sanctions against Moscow. While other Western oil and gas majors exited Russia following its invasion of Ukraine, Total Energies has come under criticism as it has maintained most of its investments in the country. The French company says it will no longer account for its 19.4% stake in Novatek, leading to a $3.7 billion write-down in its Q4 accounts. And Britain's media, the main focus of criticism so far in the Netflix documentary Harry and Meghan, have hit back at the estranged prince and his wife, accusing them of lying and insulting Queen Elizabeth II. The royal family was largely spared during the first 3 episodes of the show, with the focus more on Harry's resentment towards the media, which he blames for the death of his mother, Diana. The saga dominated today's newspaper front pages, which were largely critical of both Harry and Meghan. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.